Out of Shasta College, this is Humanities 4. Yes, I'm recording this on Saturday. I was out of town, not a good excuse, but I didn't have my laptop with me, and so I couldn't record this yesterday or the day before. And no, my iPhone isn't up to date enough. So, hope you're doing well. I wanted to just briefly check in with you guys about the film Persona. I realized now that the film I posted in modules didn't have English subtitles. Sorry. Uh, I did post the correct one, but hope it looks like a bunch of you wrote your essays. Hopefully, you went to YouTube and saw the English subtitle ones, and you saw them. I had a couple messages from people struggling to understand the Swedish language. You're not supposed to understand it. Anyway, sorry about that. So I'm going to open it up again, like for another 5 days. And so if you want to resubmit or have a do over, please do, because I want you guys to look at that film in a serious way. It's a difficult film. Yes, it is. It's not just an art film, but it's the height of what cinema could do. Cinema isn't answering all the questions to all the mysteries. You guys are the current cinema, state of cinema. These films answer everything. Who is X-Men? Who's Wolverine? Who's the bad guy? Who's the Green Goblin? Why are they the way they're doing? Why are they this way? They had a bad childhood. Someone beat them up when they were young. Spider-Man, same thing. It explains everything. That's the new current cinema, explaining the mystery away. What if you just lived with a mystery? Is everything in life explained away? I mean, why does some things exist? We don't know. Things happen that we don't have a clear understanding of. That's what Bergman was trying to get at. Here we have the woman, the actress, who's having a mental breakdown of some sort, and she's simply either lost the power of speech or simply decided not to speak anymore. That's how she makes her living, is through speech. Why on earth would she stop that? Well, that's the mystery. But you don't have to answer it to understand that movie. That's just what she's going through. It's really not about why she is mute, but it's about personas that we present to people. I'm presenting you a persona right now of the kooky, artistic professor in all of his not so humble glory. We all have personas. We might have them in work because we have to put on a certain attitude at work, wherever we work. Then we might have a different persona with our friends. Or when we're by ourselves traveling, you put on a different persona. The movie's called Persona. That's the answer. And that's the mystery. Is he going to give it to you why she is the way she is, or why the nurse is the way she is? Does it matter? Just that they are. At that moment in time, they're existing together in that little house on that rocky beach. Not really much of a beach, but that's what Sweden has. And they have a relationship. What did you see in that relationship? I can give you a lot of clues here that you can write about if you want another shot at it. I'm not going to look at those. I'm a little slow in the grading. I'm still not done with the French New Wave. Uh, what do you see in their behavior towards each other? Is it a friendship? Is it a sexual? Does it have a homoerotic elements? What do you think? Also, within the movie, there is some sequences that are not explained. Are they really happening? Does the woman, the nurse, actually run into her husband, the actress's husband? Does the husband actually mistake her for his wife? Did that happen? What do you think? Is it a dream? Is it a nightmare? Is it a waking dream? Do you ever have strange feelings or strange dreams in your night where you wake up thinking something is really real, but you know probably it wasn't, but you wonder? Well, Bergman's working in that that world that the waking, sleeping world that we all live in, where at night when you put your head down on the pillow, everything doesn't make sense. And you wake up in the morning, you maybe have had a dream or a disturbing thought, or you couldn't sleep, and you try to understand it, you try to figure it out why. Because you don't want it to happen again, or maybe you want it to happen again. Have you ever had a dream that's so good that you don't want to be waking up from it, woken up? You want to go back to it? But we can't do that. So after you're woken up, whether the cats woke you up or you have to get some water, go to the restroom, you kind of want to get back to that dream because it's that good. You're having a great life in that dream, whatever it is. And so you kind of position yourself the same position with your head on the pillow, trying to find your way back into your subconscious. Could you make a film about that? Maybe that's what Bergman's doing, trying to get back to a place that you can't get back to. Are we so strong in our personas that you haven't been close to a person and you start dressing like they do, behaving like they do? I mean, we do that with celebrities all the time, right? We all want to be, I don't want to be anybody, but besides myself, but I don't want to be Johnny Depp, but some people do. I don't want to be Brad Pitt, but some people do. I don't want to be Sandra Bullock or Kim Kardashian, but some people do. And so you might affect their style of dress or um, their look. People are getting plastic surgery to look like the Kardashians. It's a fact. They want it that bad. They want some other life that bad. Bergman's looking at these two women who are very oversensitive women, and they're questioning who they are and their place in the world. That's not easy to do, folks. That's some deep stuff. And that's why I gave you that film, because it's going to be the most difficult film you write about and try to understand or try to get a handle on. And it shouldn't be easy for you. It shouldn't be. I put it in there. That movie was made in 1966, long before you kids were born, most of you. And, many lifetimes ago. The world was different in 1966, or was it? It's recognizable. I recognize it. Yeah, there's no cell phones. Other than that, it's recognizable. It's a recognizable world to me. I understand disturbance. I try. You know, in literature, there's a great writer. Her name is Flannery O'Connor. She wrote Wise Blood. If you guys ever interested in reading something, read Wise Blood. It'll change your life. If you don't want change, don't read it. Stay away from it. Um, she used to teach writing uh, and lecture on writing courses, and people are always raising their hand. Well, I don't understand this about the book. I don't understand that, whatever book they were reading. And she said the definitive thing that most artists need to live by: filmmakers, musicians, writers, movie directors. dancers, painters. She said, as a writer, it's not my job to solve the mystery, but it is my job to deepen the mystery. Everything doesn't have a cancer answer. I sound like cancer. Hopefully, everybody doesn't have cancer, but everything doesn't have an answer. Sometimes you live with the mystery, but it deepens your understanding of who we are as humans. And Bergman, who was one of the rare geniuses of cinema, along with several others, understood that. I usually do a whole week of Bergman in the live classroom. I don't do it online. It's just a lot to do, a lot to take in, a lot to understand. But he used to say, he made 40 movies in 40 years. That's a lot of movie, folks. That's that's a lot of films. He also directed 100 plays. That's a lot of directing. That's a lot of deepening the mystery. And he said, I only made films about three topics. That's it. So not that's it. Three topics. And you're thinking, what? 40 films, only three topics? Yeah. He said I made films about love, unrequited love. You know what that is, right? And my confrontation with God. It's all there. The mystery is deepened. I'll repost the due date. I'll give you 5 more days. If someone wants to redo their essay or add to their essay or do whatever, I'm not going to look at them. I know some of you haven't handed them in or whatever. I'll open it up for another 5 days from now. That's whatever that is, Tuesday, Wednesday. Give you some more time to think about it. I want you guys to think about that film. Put all your knowledge and what we've been doing up until now into that one extraordinarily difficult, mysterious film, Persona. I hope you got some enjoyment out of the film. Look at the scenery. Look at those wonderful performers. The beauty of the close up. Bergman loved getting close on the human eye, the human face. He said, the human face is where this whole story is told. What are they thinking? What are they not thinking? Are they thinking? And what is the result of that thinking? See you guys on Monday.